Good afternoon, guys. Oh, I might want to turn the volume off on that. Am I hearing it? Facebook, how dare you? Okay. Try to keep that chat open again. I lost it. Hold on. Okay. Today we are working on the third picture to the set of this commission that I got. Since we already did the other two before this, we have Haskell, and we have Kolvar, and now we're going to work on Dieter, Mr. Dieter Pinklage. So I have the information pulled up over here. Try to turn this volume down a little bit. I guess it's fine, I just need to turn it down on my headphones. There we go. Okay. Well, I'll just get right to work on doing the line work for this guy. Okay. Gotta dust my stuff here. I don't know what's going on. It's really dusty in here. I think it's because I have a vent like behind me. Yeah, that's probably why. Okay. I'm gonna take my watch off here too. Alright, so Dieter is a small Verden, about 3'2". Looks enough like a goblin that he believes that he himself is a goblin. Yellow eyes, green skin. Looks convincingly goblin. No hair. Okay. Underfed, physically overworked his whole life. Dark colored rags and torn clothes. Small leather pouch on his side, and maybe a coin bag too. Scars, lashing scars on his skin that can be seen through his torn clothes. No shoes. And he has a tail. I think I drew that in there. Yeah. Just want to make sure I didn't miss a detail in everything that I was writing up here on the paper. I'm not been possessed by a looks like a normal piece of bread with some dark energy radiating off of it. Small dagger. Lay on his hips. I think that's what that is right there. Green, blue, transparent illusion like ukulele. Floats in the air around him or lies on his back. Alright, so I can close this window then. I think I got it all in here. A Verden. Let's see, by the way. I was just like, oh, it's like Piccolo. That's like what I think of. I think we're going with this kind of shade of a color though, because he said goblin green. And so like I feel like this is kind of default for goblin green. So that's what we're gonna shoot for. I am not very good with drawing I don't really think I've drawn not once, I think, from Vox Machina, Goblin, D&D. I think these goblins are ugly. I like these ones. I don't like them. Very pointy figures. I always just, when I think of a goblin, I think of something like this. Like, it reminds me of, like, World of Warcraft goblins. So that's forever in my brain, that'll be what I think of, I'm sure. We're gonna rotate this a little bit. Pointy nose. So he's supposed to be young, but like it's hard for like a creature like a goblin or something. Sometimes it's hard to kind of make them read young if you're trying to add in a bunch of certain details. But I'll do my best. This is not my forte. This nose reminds me of like the penguin from the Tim Burton movie. The furrowed brow. Oh yeah, I need to have my Facebook open so I can check the chat. I don't know why it stopped midstream on Facebook yesterday. Like, I just closed it and ended the stream after like 45 minutes or something. No rhyme or reason why either, so I apologize about that if that affected anybody's watching abilities. Let's see. I think I got my camera flipped the right way again this time, because I know it got messed up when I had to uninstall the stuff and I like reinstalled the program, so hopefully it's... I keep having people ask me if I did something different to it. I don't know if I'll get to coloring these today. It would be nice, but I don't feel like they'll get fully done and rendered today. It's so funny, I was trying to talk to my friend about like what a warlock for D&D is, and because she doesn't know. And she was reading off of something for me, and she was like, "Oh, what is a necromancer?" And I'm like, "Well, I said that's like the closest thing to a warlock, honestly." I was like, out of all the ones that you're sharing with me. And she's like, "Why does that sound like a bad thing? Like, what? Isn't a necromancer a bad thing?" And I was like, "Well, no." And I explained to her what it was. And then she's like, "Well, I was thinking of something else that has to do with like sex." And I was like, "That's a necrophiliac." I was like, "That is not not the same thing. Like, it's all right. Like, that's a totally different set of skills there." She was so like, "Oh, okay." She doesn't really play video games and stuff though, so I guess that's not her fault. I just thought it was funny. Man, I've been using the nighttime lately to stream or play video games. Like, well, that's what I usually do. But like, I hate this light. It strains my eyes. But I have very bad lighting in here during the daytime with this window being here. I have a window like literally like I'm elbowing it, so I think I just moved this. Oh no, did I move it the wrong way? There we go. That's better. Oh, alright. Sometimes making these characters that have like a scary looking grin are hard to not make them look old, so I'm gonna try. That is definitely too low. Let's flip it. Oh shit. And then after I get these done, I have another commission that rolled in for a follower in here that I will be getting to. And then I also need to check, because if I remember correctly, I think I have a DeviantArt group that is doing Secret Santa this year that I think signups are closing soon, so I should end up having that piece to work on. which will be a gift for somebody. Like, I'll know who it is and like what their character is and stuff, but I doubt it's gonna be somebody that follows me, so I feel like it would be okay to stream it. Hang on, I'm finding this song. Good workout music. Ablaze. No swords. Hopefully that other one I just got rid of is in my playlist. Well, I found one yesterday. Alright. Shoot, let's see. And we've got about 2 inches of snow on the ground right now, and I think by Friday we could have up to another 8, I think. Well, hello, how are you today? Just working on some commission drawings here, trying to work up the line work. I was going to start complaining about how cold I am, so thank you for stopping me. I mean, I'm good outside of my, like I have a space heater on and I have like my socks all bundled up, but my feet are cold, and I've lost my slippers. I don't know what I did with them. I don't like being cold. But all in all, I'm good. Trying to get this done. Yeah, it's well, we got about 2.5 inches of snow yesterday, and we're supposed to get another 6 to 8 inches by Friday. So, which is crazy because 6 days ago it was like 75, and it's just how the weather is here. It's unpredictable. I liked the 75-degree weather though. That was nice to have one last day to be able to just sit outside, and I don't know, I soaked it up as much as I could. Good for your mental health too. Pretty sure he said this was bald, so. I like when there's a lot of snow, like when you can go sledding and snowboarding and tubing and or make snow forts, like that's great. But like last winter, I feel like we didn't really get a lot, especially before like the new year. I feel like we were just hiding inside because it was just frozen mud out there. So it was kind of not fun. So I'm hoping for more snow this year. I do like being outside when it's when there's stuff to play in. I do need to go get some more sleds though. I think we broke some of ours last year, if I remember correctly, so I need to remember to do that. Oh, we're in Michigan. So, thank you. I'll show you the other 2 I did, let's see, yesterday, because it's a group of 3 that we got here. So we have, oh jeez, my canvas is crooked. We got this guy here with his brown bear. And then we have I think this is supposed to be like a paladin rogue, I think, but they wanted more of like a samurai type vibe to it. And then we have little Dieter Pinklage. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Steadily getting better over the years. I feel like the more D&D commissions I get specifically, the better I've gotten. Because I make my own, like I draw my own stuff, but like doing them for other people, my mindset is different, and so like I think it's really helped me a lot. So it's nice. And I've just been like trying to get up the courage to actually just stream them. I feel like I've had Twitch for like a year and a half, like as far as subscribing to the Prime thing for streaming, but I haven't like I did Linktober for October, and I think I streamed for like a month. I made myself, and so like I'm starting to kind of get out of my shell a little. So I just need to keep it up, keep doing artwork on here, and it's been good overall. I haven't had anybody toxic in my chat or anything like that, so that's nice. I deal with way too much of that on Call of Duty and Overwatch, and I'm over the toxicity. Just makes me really mad. Thank you. Yeah, it's been still not where I want to be, so I'm sure it'll be a constant progression, you know? But that's okay. Considering I have no schooling, I'm okay with that. Ooh, we're gonna make these teeth look scary. Every time I see teeth like this, the first thing I think of is Matt Mercer when some of the characters he does. Ugh. Yeah, well, I'm one of those people where like I don't mind, like I can deal with the toxicity of people towards me. I just let it go for the most part, unless they're being completely. I might have a comment here or there. But I was playing Call of Duty the other day, and there was clearly a kid that was excited that he killed somebody in a game, and an adult, you know, was like, "Shut the fuck up, you little piece of," and I'm just like, what kind of adult is out here cussing at a child? Like, it's just, it took everything in me not to say something, just because I was like, I know saying something's not even gonna change this person's. They're not gonna give two craps about anything I have to say, so I just tried to let it go. But I was like, what a dick, dude. Like, this guy, what a poor excuse of an adult. Yeah, it can be pretty terrible. So, because I'm one of those people where I'm a pretty defensive person for other people's sake, and so I can get mad pretty easily, and it takes a lot to like. I feel like my heart's always going like this when I'm playing in games with toxic people, because I'm just trying not to lash out at somebody. It's crazy. So sometimes I just shut chat off for my own my own health. His teeth don't look terrible. I've actually been impressed with my workflow doing these commissions. I feel like I'm making less mistakes. Because usually I'll get nervous and I'm like making so many mistakes it takes a lot longer to do them. And I think I'm kind of getting a little better on that, which is nice. It's a positive. But how you said you're doing good today? That's a good thing. Is it cold where you're at? I said we're in Michigan, so it's, you know, it's always cold. I do like the summers here, though, much better than when I lived in Virginia. It's, at least I can tolerate being outside without being cooked to death. This little side is gonna... Wow! That's so cool. Well, hello from Peru. I find that so weird. Like, I was just telling somebody the other day, I feel like most of the people that I pick up are not even in the same country as me. Like, they're in, like, England or Germany or Canada, Peru. Which I'm fine with that. It's just, it's surprising to me. I don't know. It's welcomed, though. Well, I hope you get to enjoy summer, man. I'm jealous. Yeah, it does. Well, somebody was telling me they were like, German TikTok is super toxic, and I was like, well, I don't think, you know, it's any better, you know, here, but oh my gosh, that's something I wish I could have, I've never tried. I feel like it's something that I could have really enjoyed doing if I would have started it at an early age. I feel like I wouldn't be good at it now. Not that I wouldn't try. I feel like it would be hard to pick it up because, you know, there's like, it's like balancing and stuff, which I guess I'm not great at snowboarding, but I do occasionally snowboard. I'm sure it's the same kind of core muscles and stability. But like having that muscle memory, you know, and just being comfortable with it enough to be good. Not falling down all the time. I feel like that's what I would do. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I could imagine just like having the breeze flowing through your hair and on your face and just the warm sun on you. It does sound wonderful. Good for you though that you do something like that. You have my respect. Ever had any close encounters with sharks or anything? My nephew, like they were in Florida and they had a shark, like a big shark, like 6 to 8 feet, like right up next to them, and they were like on the shore, like knee deep water, like. So I was like, yeah, that's a little scary. No, thank you. So everybody says our lakes here, like the Great Lakes, are just as, you know, good for surfing as the oceans are because it's just the waves get so big. Oh, ew. That does not sound like fun. I feel like it would cut my face. Oh. What is up? Welcome in. I'm working on someone's goblin type creature. Oh my gosh, I used to, my grandma would have me like scale fish as a kid, and I always hated like having, when they're still alive and have them taken off the hook, I hated grabbing them. It was like you would get stabbed in the hand or like taking the scales off and stuff. I just hated it. I like eating some kinds of fish, but getting slapped in the face with one does not sound like a fun time. How are you doing today, Joe? I don't like calling you Joe. Sorry, I'm gonna call you Barn. If that's okay with you, because that just sounds really weird. I don't like when people use my real name. I feel like it just sounds obscure. I'm like, because I think I don't have very many people that call me by my real name. Like my kids call me Mom. Everybody online calls me either Elf or, you know, by a character name. Okay. Do you not have classes during the day? It's like I thought you, or are you like done with school? Let's see. I don't want to give him like a huge thick neck. That's might make his ears bigger too. Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. I did not know you were East Coast. Like I seriously thought, I don't know why I was assuming this whole time you were in Texas. Unless you are, and no, not a problem. Thanks for stopping in. Enjoy the surfing, man. That sounds like a great time. Enjoy your summer. And you're always welcome back in. Have a wonderful day. I never would have thought Florida. It's bizarre. I thought I felt like you said a comment about living in Texas or something. Maybe it was someone else. Alligators. We have it all. Yeah, we're always hearing crazy stories out of there. One of my other friends is in Florida, and then I have a bunch of family in Florida. My other friend is moving from Chicago to Florida, hopefully in the next year, because this crime is just insane by them. Like they live in like really bad part of Chicago, and I think like his grandma lives in Florida, and she needs like a lot of help and stuff. So he'll be going down there. We are planning on taking our kids to Disney in June, hopefully. So we'll see about that. Yeah. Good winter and fall I can see. Summer is a nightmare. And we went in August, and my husband thought he was gonna die. Like he couldn't just be out in the air without constantly sweating profusely. I felt so bad for him. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, I lived in Virginia for the longest time, and I hated it. like the summer was awful. Spring was nice. Fall was okay. I feel like everything burned up in like 2 weeks, but at least the weather was comfortable through like December. Okay. Yeah, we were kind of like by Quantico. It was nice getting spring in like February, like having like mid 50 weather. But I definitely prefer Michigan summers, man. Like, there's days when it gets hot, but the majority of time it's under 100. It's like, 80s or 70s. Yeah, like Quantico area. So, like, I want to say 40 minutes south of DC. Yeah, what about you? We were just there in April because we went for spring break. Went back and took our kids to kind of see like where our old house used to be, and went to Natural History Museum, I think. After we went to the wrong museum first, like we walked into the art museum and I'm like, this looks very different. And then it took us a minute to realize like, oh yeah, it's a whole ass like different museum. Duh, you idiot. Like should have known. Oh my gosh. Felt like such an ass because it was raining that day, so it was like we had to do the whole process of getting like umbrella sleeves so they didn't drip on the floor, and ugh. Only for us to turn around and be like, well, we're in the wrong place, sorry. I'd like to take more time in DC because like we didn't even get to go to take them to any of the monuments and stuff. I went when I like first moved down there, but like taking them to like the Lincoln Memorial, to actually go up to the Washington Memorial. Like we were like the monument, we were like far enough away where we got it in the picture, but we didn't even take them to see the White House because like we didn't have time. We had like one day to like actually explore a museum, and then we had plans with friends and other things that it didn't work out. Let's see, this clothes are supposed to be like torn, so I should probably make this more torn up. Let's see. I always wanted to go as we were down there like close to like the cherry blossom festival time. So it was like we did get to see cherry blossoms, but it was rainy. But they have like a huge festival with parades and all kinds of like markets and things, and that's what I'd like to go to. They have like the Lantern Festival, street vendors, and all kinds of performances like taiko drums and other things that yeah, in Virginia. So they have like this partnership with someone in Japan, I believe. Like it was like they donated cherry blossom trees as like a gift or a peace offering thing like years ago. I want to say like 200 years ago. I don't know if that's right, but and so it's like every spring in Virginia there's cherry blossoms everywhere, which are pink. They're like white and pink, and they're just beautiful. But solely when they're at the height of color, think of like the most beautiful kind of fall, but it's all pink. It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's really nice. And it was like I always had my kids, so like I never took them into DC, when they were really little like that. So yeah, it sure is something to see. I'm gonna have to be more loose with these lines. This does not look like ragged clothes. We'll ignore the clothing for now. It just looks bizarre. Oh my gosh. Alright. But yeah, so if you're not doing school, then what are you up to? Just hanging out, chilling for the day? There's not a game tonight. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Or maybe you have a game, I don't know. Guess I don't know your schedule, sorry. Just assume. Okay. Well, that's good. Okay. Oh, I thought I saw a message on there this morning. I guess she had said something about like 5 hours later or something, and I was like, oh no. That's okay. Yeah, I already told, what's their, I think Laurel? I know. Honestly, like, that's the biggest thing that gets me when I feel really bad because, like, I feel like he works so hard that, like, I feel the worst when, like, a game can't run for him. I feel like I can tell he looks forward to it so much. So I try really hard to make sure that I don't do that to him. Um, that sucks. But I saw that he said something about he ended up having to work 70 hours or something, but you commented on that, I believe. I can tell he's a good DM. He's good boy. But yeah, Laurel, I think, but I think when they message me, it's like Moss or something. I already told them that I can't. I'm not gonna be able to play the game, their game, like because when I looked at December, I have almost every Sunday booked for either Christmas related something or whatever. And so, especially since we were gonna do it earlier, I just said, listen, for the sake of everybody and for you DMing, I'm gonna say no, even though I really would like to play. I know I can't make like all of December work, and so I don't want to be the person like, oh, I can't go, you know. So I just told him I can't, which is a bummer. But then if everybody else can kind of make it, then then everybody hopefully will have less chances that people are gonna cancel. So we'll see. I was just gonna run a ranger, the one that I drew up a while ago. I was gonna try to run her, but it's okay. We still have I have the ones that I drew up for games that'll be happening in the future, so that's not a big deal. I think I want to put. What is his hand doing? Let me see if I can find her a second. Keep everything, for the most part, organized. D&D. Which concept? I think this one here. This one here. Something in like red fall type colors is kind of what I was going for. But I drew her up a while ago when I was trying to think of something, just another character, and so I didn't really flesh anything out besides the design, which that's usually what I end up focusing on first anyway, so. Yep. Someday, we'll see. I don't have homework. I have never gone to school. Well, I mean, like, I graduated high school, but homework file, what is that? Like, it just hit me as maybe you mean it in a different way. Oh yeah. Oh, look at that. all of my OCs are in here. All of the references and everything for each one. And then I literally have OCs for like every game I've ever played, or just random concept ideas. Like that's my hobby, honestly. I am and I'm not, because like if I open up, maybe I shouldn't open that file up. There's a file that like I stash it, everything, references, funny memes, pictures I like. I just throw everything into this file, but it's not organized by any means. Like, look at this. It's Elmo Soldier 76. Stupid, funny. But then there's also some very, weird things in there. So I never know what's gonna pop up. Sometimes, yes. There's one very particular one that every time I open the folder, it's like one of the first things to pop up, and I'm like, I need to rename that so that's not the first thing that comes up. It was, someone sent it to me through, I want to say Snapchat, and I have the habit of like screenshotting, and I tell everybody, I'm like, I screenshot everything if you send it to me, because my friends would send me things and be like, did you see that? And I'm like, I don't know what well, it wouldn't help if it's named homework, honestly. Like, it's not gonna fool anybody with the picture. But I'm like, why would you send me something and then only have the timer set for like a second? Like, I can't see anything. Like, come on. So like, I got in the habit of just screenshotting everything. Or like, my other friend is like, do you have a picture of what I sent to you so you can send it to me? And I'm like, you don't save your own pictures when you take them? And he's like, no. I'm like, alright, well, you've done this to me like 3 times, so I'm gonna start saving those. But then there was one time where I went to screenshot it, and my friend sent me something completely, I want to say it was like a Reinhardt from Overwatch, something totally gross, and I was like, ew, why did you just make me screenshot that? He's like, what, did you do that? So I was like, yeah, it's sitting somewhere in my folder now, so, it's my own fault. That's what I get. I'm sure he did it on purpose, honestly. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this arm. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of, a lot of it is reference type things. So it's like, what am I doing? If I find something I like the pose idea for, I will steal the picture, because I don't care. Hold over hat. Well, he has a possessed baguette over here. And a ukulele that's kind of like ghostly. I think I was having his hand kind of on this short sword, but I'm not sure. So I think I might try to put his hand like just out to the side. But there'll be times when I find a reference for something. Yeah, I don't know why. He's a warlock, and for some reason this concept of a possessed baguette was funny to him, which I'm like, it's your character, that's fine. I do stupid things too. Like, I think I have, which character is that? My drow rolled for a trinket, and I think one of the trinkets on one of the tables is, I think, what is it? I don't know if it's in the handbook or if it's in a different book. Livy. She had a, I think it's like a taxidermied mouse or something. And I remember this was before Laudna even came out, because I was like, okay, I feel like I'm kind of relating to Laudna here on this. I don't see pate as like a weird thing. But it was a taxidermied mouse that had like BDSM harness on or something stupid. Like, I did it, just the harness thing I added because it was funny. But I was like, yeah, I'm always doing weird stupid things to my characters, like something just off the wall. So I get it. A baguette's not that weird, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna leave this arm for now. This looks stupid right here, but I don't care. Yeah, I was like, so it made me think of the movie. Have you ever seen that movie where like, is it like House Guest or The Dinner Guest or something with Steve Carell, and he's got like all the little stuffed taxidermied mice? So I thought, like, how messed up would it be if you had like animals like that were taxidermied and like the most bizarre things. Like, if I walked into someone's house and I saw that, it's called Dinner for Schmucks. Sorry, I don't know why the title just came to me, but it's funny. You just saw a really weird, in relation to a taxidermied animal, or are we talking about other things? Oh, he's supposed to look like he's starving. How do I draw someone who's starving? I really don't want to look up starving people, because that's gonna be sad. Taxidermy rats, human's underwear. Oh no. See, so I'm not the only one then who just thinks about that weird stuff. Or like on Scrubs, when the janitor had the army full of like, why did you draw me that image? This literally me looking for mozzarella. Aww. I mean, this is a baguette, but it could be a mozzarella stick. Mozzarella stick would be much more satisfying than just a baguette. I'm sorry. This is someone else's commission. I'm just doing what I'm told. Or doing what I'm paid to do, I guess. But welcome in. Well, so you must sort of like the drawing then, if you can relate to it. Can't be that bad. He definitely doesn't look emaciated right now, though. I really don't want to look that up. He's definitely gonna have to slim down on these arms here. It's hard to draw biceps like from the front view sometimes because I feel like it doesn't read as a muscle. It just looks like a tube. That's the thing though, having to look up references for things is just so weird. It's weird sometimes because I'm like, I don't wanna... If I'm looking up something for like an intimate pose, you're always gonna find something that's, you know, straight up inappropriate. I don't wanna really look up, you know, trying to look up gore and stuff, some of the stuff that you find, or like, you know, drawing a sick, starved person. Some of the stuff that comes up, I just like, I don't wanna see that. I feel bad. But sometimes I save those things, especially when they're hard to find references, in case I ever need it for later. Let's see, so like, maybe go with like the sort of bloated stomach if I can do the back right on it. I don't know. Always makes me think of that alien in one of the Aliens movies. The one that's like the human hybrid of Ripley. It's always got that distended stomach look going on. Or like Violator from Spawn. Let me see if I can find him. The really big one that's dead in the beginning. What are we talking about again? Forgot. Oh yeah, there's Violator. The tan one, not the Queen. So Alien. It's not Resurrection. Alien, Ripley, hybrid. This one here. Thank you for the follow. This one here is the one that's actually her baby or whatever. But like this is what he looks like. He's all hella creepy. You know, this part always creeped me out when he's like really up close to her face. Like he wants to kind of give his mom a kiss and he licks her face. Ugh, I don't know. I would be like, no thanks. Because he's got like those black eyes going on. Oh yeah, I was looking at Violator. Let's see, Violator. Kind of. Violator's more ripped, I guess. I hated this clown as a kid. I don't know why my parents let me watch this movie. I shouldn't have. I should never have watched that movie when I was a kid. Well, he was out way before League was around. Did you mean the clown or Violator? Yo. Yeah, he looks, because he turns, like, this is like his real form, I think, if I remember correctly. Like, how do you go from that to this? Like, I mean, pretty much. But yeah, he's like... Spawn, though, man. Something else. The movie was actually pretty well done for the time period that it was done in like the 90s or whatever. It wasn't too bad. I guess you would still kind of see a little bit of stomach muscle, but I don't know. We'll try to get to the clothes and work the clothes to hide the stuff I don't want to have to draw. I'm trying to make it look like he's come from like a prison or like starved or whatever. We'll see. I don't... It's right here. Oh my gosh, you're gonna try and get me banned, man. Let's see. I really don't want to draw goblin peen. That is not. I am not here for that. No. See, look, I'm gonna embarrass myself in saying that. Oh my gosh. Funny thing. My first character, my monk. You know, I'm not gonna pull that folder up because we don't need to see that. My first character, she was a monk, is a monk, whatever. And one of the things she did was, well, she was a monk ranger, but she would harvest body parts and whatever, but she would use them to make medicines and whatever, tonics, and like she kind of experimented with that. And then her friend, I think she was doing alchemy. But anyway, but so she was literally on a non-inappropriate level harvesting animal and creature genitalia because apparently in Chinese medicine they believe in using it for a lot of medicinal things. And I was like, that is weird. Like, it's weird to us. I don't think I would do that. But then, and then there was a joke about like, you know, yeah, which I'm like, well, because they believe it like increases fertility and virility, and that like, no, but they actually do that in certain practices of Chinese medicine. So I kind of went with it and took the idea, and I was like, that would be funny since she's harvesting body parts anyway. And then so like she would take and have the actual body parts taxidermied, and they're just like chilling in her lab. Like, it's not a lab, it's basically like a basement that has now that I think about it, because my friend's like, someone's gonna find this in like hundreds of years and be like, why are there just taxidermied penises all over the basement? And I'm like, listen, I tried to come at this with like a non-sexual approach. Oh my gosh. Hey Chesky, you're alive. Oh my gosh, I thought you were gonna die last night. Yeah, it was getting worse. I know, I'm sorry. Like, so she has like, you know, wolf, bear, all these other creatures, dragons, like, and it was like, because they all would, you know, depending on what you were harvesting and how you would use them, work for the potion aspect of it. But then on a scientific level, me being the weirdo that I am, I'm like, I'm the kind of person that would walk into like one of the weird, you know, real life museums and like look at all the dead bodies and the weird grotesque things, because it's, why not? How often do you get to see that stuff? So I'm like, I don't know, on that level, it is part of life. I don't know, why not? Not saying I want to go to a dick museum, but Jester would probably want to do that. It'd be funny. I did die and reincarnated as myself. Aww. Disappointed. I'm just kidding. I would be if it was me. I'd be like, damn it. This is it. This is the highest level I could achieve. I felt so bad for you last night. I thought you were in red, especially, man. Is that a thing? I feel like it would just be like people strutting around with like cod pieces on, trying to show off their lack of genitalia. Just sounds awful. Like, I'm sure it's probably existed before if it's not a real thing. Oh my gosh. I feel like there is a penis museum. I think it's in Japan, considering they have the festival. Oh, can I even say that on stream? I don't even know. Oh well, if you don't see me for a while, it's probably why. Now, see, I was just gonna Google it, so I'm probably gonna not. Yeah, no, seriously, if you look up what their festivals in Japan, like, they have like candy and donuts and food shaped like genitalia. They have parades that are it's just dicks everywhere. Yes! Look it up. I'm not gonna look it up. I can't do that on stream. I'm sure I would get banned. But I thought it was a joke. It's not. And it's like kids and adults. It's like a family thing, and I'm like, I could never in a million years. Never in a million years. Absolutely not. I'd be laughing the whole time, like Cartman off of South Park or something, I swear. Making, oh my god, they got a dick that looks like... Why? Do you have somebody who's gonna check your computer? What does it matter? Are you afraid your girlfriend is gonna find it and worry? Oh my gosh. It would be funny to experience like one time to go and actually see like is it really that bad? Is it just funny? Like, but I feel like I would get sick of it after a while. I'd be like, let's just leave. Even me being the way that I am, I feel like I would have a limit and I'd be like, let's just go. Because they're the ones that also have like the restaurants that serve all their food in like toilets. Like, I don't want to eat curry and stuff out of a bowl that looks like a toilet because like I feel like it just looks like shit already. I told you. Well, the weird thing is the way that they interact with each other though in a day-to-day though, like it's still a common practice where you do not make contact with other people. Like you don't shake hands, you don't high five, like that's not normal. It's very taboo. So it's just bizarre, but they also have an extremely high suicide rate too. Like that coupled with their like how they still obtain, or I don't think obtain is the right word, but they still maintain, philosophies of honor and respect and dignity and all that kind of stuff, and like their hard work atmosphere. I like the suicide rate is unbelievable. Well, I don't blame them on that one, honestly. Like, 'cause more power to you if you can. Hell, if I had the power, I'm sure I would be making crazy ass hot anime dudes come to life. An alternate universe me. We'll just let it slide. My mind went somewhere else, so I'll just leave that alone. I think it's funny, Jake's sister, she keeps spamming me on TikTok with videos of Ghost. I was just telling Jessica this last night. He's all over my FYP, and I'm okay with it. For Call of Duty. Shit. Yeah. No, well, it's not just China. It's Japan too. It's the thing. They're working so hard, but then they're also in societies where physical affection is not normalized. Like it's just like if you're gonna have sex, then you do it, or you're doing other things in the privacy of your own home, not really interacting with people. And it's been proven that like what is it, like an 8-second hug is ideal, like for boosting someone's serotonin levels, for mental health, or like whatever. Like it can actually help you live longer the more contact you have with people. So like that's why they put fake babies, or even bring in like daycare aged children around the elderly people, because it actually has been proven to help kind of stave off like Alzheimer's and dementia sometimes, or it just helps with just their livelihood and their people need affection, like even if it's just hugs and high fives and handshakes, like contact with another human being, and they're not getting it. It's crazy. Yeah, which I saw there was a place that was doing that. They're like, well, we need a daycare, but we also have like this old folks home, and they had this idea to like run the daycare out of the old folks home, and so like the babies get to interact and basically are kind of sort of raised around all these old people, and the old people get to be grandparents to kids that aren't theirs. But I think it's wonderful. I think it's a fantastic idea, honestly. I would encourage it more. Because you think about how many people just get stuck in a nursing home and then they're just left there because they don't have anybody. It's really sad. I'm sorry, I am very much equal parts like super passionate about the important stuff and then off the wall about the really fucked up stuff, so I apologize. Like, if I'm always all over the place. It's just how I am. But yeah, I don't know. Like, if I didn't have my kids, I feel like I would be in a really bad state mentally, like mental-wise. Like, my kids are always constantly, hugging me, and I don't know, it's just weird. To think that I would have had a point in time where I was never like that, I don't know. It's just weird to think back on. Something is wrong with this man's calf. This looks very wrong. Plus, he's supposed to be, like, emaciated. So many factors to figure in. Coming up with something. Let's draw this. Well, hello! Welcome in. We are okay. They're not home. We are actually planning a trip to Disney in Disney World for June. So, but I guess they changed the way they do tickets and stuff. And so, like, you have to actually pay for, like, you have to pick and select what day you're going to go to what park. And then if there's availability after 2 o'clock, you can choose to park hop. But, like, you have to actually pick ahead of time. So we have to look at, like, having, like, $2,000, I think, to be able to buy the tickets by February. I think we wanted to try to at least get them in by February because that gives us a good. Because we were like looking at what's already blocked out for like the months that are like now, like the next couple months, and like everything in June is pretty open right now. It's all green, but yeah. So that's the plan. My kids have never gone. We had a trip planned, for 2020, right when lovely COVID hit, and we kept it a secret from them, thank God, because they would have been devastated. But we had a trip planned, we canceled and rescheduled it, and but then we ended up using all of the money we had saved towards getting this house because we had to have a down payment. And we were in an apartment for such a long time, and I was like, okay, it's basically we have to pull the trigger on this and just go. And then we ended up using all the money, to like buy a washer and dryer, and so. But anyway, we're able to, hopefully, now that COVID stuff is done and over with for the most part, hopefully try to plan one for this coming June when the kids are out of school. And yeah. We went 2007, like years ago, and it was a lot of fun. I loved it. But now they have, Star Wars, they have Galaxy's Edge. Like, they have so many, and they have those 2 new theme parks and everything, and I think they would love to go. They're at the right ages where I think they would still appreciate it. If I wasn't able to hang out with people at least once a week, I'd have some, yeah. Well, and I'm kind of in the position where I really don't see a lot of people in my day-to-day. Like, outside of, like, people, neighbors, or, like, moms when I go to pick up my kid from, like, sports and stuff. That's not people that I know or talk to. So, like, but, like, getting to play D&D with you guys and being able, that's kind of why I force myself on here, too, to get out of my comfort zone. I feel like it's helping me just to interact with people. Because I'm okay with being kind of a shut-in. But I feel like it's affecting other areas, my productivity in other areas that really could be improved upon. So I'm taking advantage of what I can. And I feel like this is the right level of social interaction for me for the most part. Because I'm also the person that, like, if someone makes plans, I'm like waiting for days and then they cancel on me. I'm almost like, oh, thank God they canceled, because like I really didn't want to go out. Like like I did, but I also am okay with the plans being canceled. So but yeah, I don't have like friends here, and like my siblings, one's in Arizona and one's in Washington State, so it's like I don't ever get to see them either. So but the D&D and stuff helps a lot with my mental health. Just getting to do something, Plus it implements my whole my hobby of creating characters and whatnot. So like I'm a loner for the most part. Like I'm always just like crafting and creating things and doing art and just doing things on my own. I've always been that way. But there's times where like I look forward to stuff. Like I was telling a friend of mine on the phone, there's a place near us that does like it's indoor tactical fun. I don't know, it's like they have those things that it's almost like paintball, but it's they have those little orby water ball things. It's called like it's not goo ball. I don't know why that's what my brain was thinking. I don't know, but it's like it's kind of, but they're like those orbies. They're those the little water balls that explode on impact. Like they're like kids' toy things. But anyway, you can put them in these guns and you shoot each other with them, and they kind of explode, but they're just water. So it has that, and it has laser tag, and it has indoor tactical archery, and it has jelly ball. Thank you very much. That is exactly what it is. But so I've never done it, and they also have like an arcade, and that's okay. I appreciate that. I thank you for being here. I'm okay with lurkers. Not in real life. Like, don't lurk outside my house, but it's okay. um, but then I think they also have like dodgeball and stuff too, and like axe throwing, and I'm like, I want to go. Like, I wish I had a group of friends where we could like, go do that kind of stuff. Like, I was trying to tell her we should take our kids, and she's just like, eh. Like, you suck, you're lame. I would totally do that kind of stuff. Cause I'm always seeing people that like go out and they're like, women and people my age, they're like, let's go have wine and go to do this, and I'm like, that sounds so fucking boring. I'm sorry, like I don't really drink, but if I'm gonna drink, it's definitely not gonna be wine. Um, but I'm just not. I've never been a partier. I'd rather just go do some weird shit, like have food and I don't know. Or like, let's go to an anime convention or something. Like, let's go play video games together. Let's go, I don't know, something else. That's my kind of fun, at least. I've never been to a club. I never went out, and I've only been trashed one time, really, and that was on my 21st birthday. And I drank a lot, but I held my liquor pretty well. I didn't get sick, was never hungover, and I worked a full 12-hour shift the next day, so I mean, I was pretty good. I'd say that's a win. But I just don't enjoy it, and it's too expensive. Like, I don't like the taste of most alcohol. I'm cheap. I'd rather pay $3 for a Mountain Dew or a Coke and just keep refilling it all night and spend all my money on pizza and nachos and something worth eating. That's my way of thinking, at least. Or a dessert, even. Damn. Yeah. Unlike all these people that spend all the money on alcohol, but then they end up barfing it up anyway, is just not. I don't know. It seems like a waste of money, which is a pretty good chance if you're drinking enough of it, it's gonna happen. So. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just kind of like, I want to do stuff, like actual fun things that I actually enjoy, and I'm just not. I don't have a friend group to really do that a lot with. So. All right, his foot is really wide. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll bless this man and give him a pinky nail. Yeah, that is me too. And like, I have this bad habit of like, if my husband is spending a certain amount on food, I don't want to spend more than him because even though we've been married for several years, I still feel like I feel bad if I'm spending, like $5 more on a meal than him. Like, he probably doesn't care. You should bother people at a hobby shop and hang out with them. Sometimes I do. We have a hobby shop here, the one that sells like all the D&D minis, but they also have like trains and airplanes and stuff and that kind of stuff. If that's what you mean? I don't know. They get pretty talkative because they're old people. But they are nice though. We had our convention here last Saturday, but I wasn't planning on going, and thank goodness I didn't because my younger kid was sick, so that was kind of, I dodged a bullet on that one. I spent enough years trying to make conventions work, and I always have something that comes up that makes it so I haven't been able to go. I think it's been like 10 years since I've really been able to, well, maybe not. What was 2017, 2018, I think I went to a convention. It wasn't for very long though. But yeah, I miss it because I love cosplaying, and I've only ever been to one. It's so much fun. I feel like I'm far more comfortable in costume than I am not in costume. I don't know if I need to give this man another cheek or not. Like, I know that sounds weird to say that, but I think it calls for one. It's bizarre. Oh my gosh. It was so sweet though. The last convention I went to, I was dressed as Princess Zelda from Breath of the Wild. And when I'm in costume, I'm in character. He's supposed to be starving. He can't be thick if he's starving, like emaciated. I mean, I guess I could be wrong on that. Some people would beg to differ. But like, I'm always hungry. But yeah, when I'm in costume for the most part, I'm in character, and I went as Zelda, and there was this little girl. There was this little girl. She was like 11, something like that. She's like, "Can I please have a picture with you?" And of course, I'm like in character, and I'm like, "You sure can. I love your costume. You look so pretty." And she's just like, I heard her as like she went to walk away with her mom. She's like, "Mommy, she's like the really real Zelda because she's so nice, just like her. She must be the real one." And I was just like, I wish. Like, don't cry. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I feel like I'm always starving. Like, I just had 2 sandwiches and a half a bag of hot Funyuns, and I feel like I brought peanut butter cups to hopefully eat, but I feel like I'm always hungry. It is. It's so much fun. I love cosplaying. You always feel like a celebrity. You always have, which can get a little annoying if you're actually trying to look at stuff. You have like people that are stopping you constantly for pictures, but it's kind of fun. I don't know. I was never popular in school, so it's kind of like I don't know. It feels funny. It feels weird, but I like the attention sometimes. What did I draw? Is that a bracer? I gotta draw all of his ratty clothes. But yeah, and it's funny because my youngest kid, I have let her watch Naruto in the last couple weeks, and she binge watched that shit. She burned through it so fast, and then she got Shippuden on her device, like on iTunes or whatever. And so like she has been full on shinobi mode. My little nerd. I love her. It's funny. But so like I would love to take her to a convention. She's just so shy. I don't think she would dress up in costume with me, but it's just funny. Now that I have a kid that's like a little weeb like me. She's all about Sasuke though, which is, it's just funny. I don't know. She was mad at me. I have a Sasuke figure, probably about this big, on my shelf, and she's like, "I really want that figure that you have, Mom." And I'm like, "Well, it's mommy's, so you cannot have it." So I need to find out. Some people are just like, "Oh, well, it's funny because it's like, well, like I always liked Kakashi, of course. Like that's my lock screen on my phone, and Madara. I have Itachi in several places in my room as well. And but it's like Naruto when he's, you know, older. Of course, we all have our. I mean, I'll simp for any of them, honestly. Hashirama and his brother, they're all good too. But yeah, it's funny. I'm surprised. She doesn't like Naruto, honestly. And she was so funny because she was ranting about Ino. It's just like, "Mom, I don't like Ino," and I was like, "Mommy doesn't like her either." And she's like, she's just so, And then she was trying to explain something to her dad the other day, and he has no idea. He doesn't watch anime, none of that stuff. And she's like, "Mommy, it was so funny when Ino was like, ah," and then she made a joke, and she was just like laughing super hard. I've never seen her react like that, and I was like, "Aw," like she's kind of coming out of her shell. Like I'm like, "Aw." It's fine, yeah. It's kind of long and drawn out in a lot of episodes. You know, there's a lot of filler going on. Kind of like with Bleach too, which I haven't watched the new stuff that's out. I've been on watching Chainsaw Man, and I didn't even catch up on Spy Family. Like I haven't really been watching anime, honestly. When I'm doing things, it's been either playing Call of Duty or Overwatch or drawing on here. But I really need to catch up on some stuff. I'm slacking. There's supposed to be some other good stuff coming out too, so. Oh, I'm gonna look at my hand here a second because, yeah, thumb goes over the top. What am I doing? But yeah, it's fun now. It's kind of fun to be a mom. You know, when your kids are starting to like some of the things that you like. Like I'm not pushing them to like the things, so it's just kind of funny. They play D&D. Like I run our family game. It's not often. Like I think we've only gotten like 3 sessions so far. But yes, it is. Um, so it's funny though because like she was the one who was like super stoked about making her character, and like so she was just all in on coming up with all the little details. And my other one, she wasn't interested about it much at first, but then she keeps asking me like, when can we run another game? Like, are we gonna run another game anytime soon? And I'm like, I thought you didn't seem like you were having fun or like you really enjoyed it. So I mean, I can run another game, but I just wasn't trying to force you to do too many in too short of a period of time, whatever. And she's like, no, Mom, I really wanted to. And I'm like, okay, then I will plan on running another one. Which I have another combat thing all set up, but I'm afraid they're going to go off in a completely different direction, and I don't know how to navigate that very well yet. Like those little crystal spiders that I made was gonna be part of like their next thing, and I'm afraid they're gonna totally detour and be like, because as soon as they get out of the city, they're gonna see that outside, north on the map, there's like a circus, and my brain is always like, let's do the fun stuff. But I was gonna send them off on a quest to go grab some gemstone stuff out of this cave, and there's gonna be like, a lot of the gemstones are like spider. That's the alien, the xenomorph part of me coming out, I guess. Not that I'm a xenomorph. That's not what I'm saying. Whatever. My love for xenomorphs. But so I kind of wanted to have them go do that, and I set that up with actual little mini things so they would have something to fight. So far all they've fought is goblins and I can't remember what the other thing was that they fought. So they're slowly I'm just trying to get them in the swing of like how initiative works and how like combat round works and what their abilities are, it's that kind of stuff. It's a lot to, remember. Well, that is true. I was working with Jake a little bit because I was like, well, I need ideas for this carnival anyway, but I'd kind of like them prepared ahead of time in case they decide to go there, because I don't want to be the DM that's like, no, you can't do that, because that's not fun. I don't want to have to navigate everything, so I'm trying to get as many details fleshed out as possible. Oh yeah, Chesky was here too, but I was trying to. So let me think here. Here's our characters. I'll show you here a second. So it's like my character. I run a character that is gonna do healing and stuff basically. I don't really do a whole lot of the combat. It's just in case. But it's like, so my character's a bard, and then my husband's got a barbarian, and then I have a little rogue and a hunter, ranger, whatever. So, but I sat down. Yeah, I know, right? I sat down and I was telling Red about the program that I was trying to get you to use, Incarnate or whatever, because like I worked up a world map. I think it's like $5 a month, but I'm cheap, so I was like, I'm making all of the maps in this month so I can cancel my subscription. But so I made like a world map, and then I went through and made like different individual like area maps. I really didn't get into like specific combat maps. But they have a lot that you can really work with for doing, certain things depending on what you want to do. So I would recommend that. Like, honestly, I paid the $5, did them in like 2 to 3 weeks, and then just canceled the membership so I didn't have to pay more than $5. But he was saying you were trying to think of a way to do like your map thing for what you guys were doing. So if he didn't pass that information on to you, I did recommend it. Oh wait, I don't think this is supposed to have a bite out of it. I'm not sure. I don't know. I would have a bite out of it. I think it'd be hard to not eat a baguette, even if it was possessed. It's okay. I find them charming, so it's okay. We always gotta start somewhere. I think it's Incarnate. Might be wrong. Nope. Here it is. Incarnate, if you can see the thing up here. But yeah, you can sign up for free, but then I think if you do the pro or premium or whatever it is, for I think it's like $5, it's like a month. And even if you kept it for several months, that's not a bad price. So And if you really don't, even if you're just using it as a little bit of a beginner tool to kind of flesh some things out, you could always take it to like a bigger program later or something if you really wanted something higher quality. Battle maps, yeah, see that's the thing, I don't have battle maps. And I kind of just have a, I don't think it's in here. I have a, like a thing that you actually put on the tabletop that has like the tiles. And they're like double-sided, so you can like you flip one over and it's like grass, and the other one it's like water or like snow, and it's like 20 tiles, and you can kind of piece them out. So I try to just make that work for now. Okay. That's not a bad way to go, though. I'm sure you can find some good stuff. And when I play with my other group, like I said, for the longest time we were using Roll20, but now he switched to Foundry. So we've been trying to use Foundry, which the difference with that is he runs the server off of his own computer and kind of shares the server with us. It's not just all browser-based, I think. I don't know. They both have been alright. They have ups and downs for both. We have issues with both from time to time, but it's also nice to have everybody's character sheets in one spot. We just usually use Discord for webcam and chat, but my concern is like spending the time on battle maps and stuff. Like I'd want to make them really good with like all the 3D elements like trees and stuff, but I feel like where do you have the space for all of that? Like I feel like I would have to really put a lot of time into making all of it be able to come apart so you could reuse it for different maps, or so that you could at least store it, because like I don't understand how people have the ability to store some of the stuff they come up with. Their stuff's amazing. Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like my whole basement is dedicated to crafts. I really honestly could convert it into just a D&D room, but I also don't want to do that. I have too much regular art stuff I need to save the room for, so yeah. I guess if someone had like a man cave or whatever, I guess it's feasible. Depends on how dedicated you are. Listen, that's a pretty good baguette. Not hyping up my own skills over here, but kinda am. Oh, Malanta. Alright. This hand, this is gonna look scuffed, but we're gonna try. I would be damned if I got this on the first shot. There ain't no way. I really am hungry. Like, that sucks. I already, it's probably because I'm cold, honestly. I'm not a cold person. Like, I said this to somebody who was on here earlier, or if they're still here. If I'm snowboarding, you know, sledding, making snow forts, that's different. Being inside, I'm just always cold for some reason. My house is at like 70 degrees. I have space heater on. I'm almost always wearing a flannel and like socks and slippers, and it's like I think my body is just telling me like I need to warm myself up. I don't know. But it doesn't matter if it's the summer either, so it's really not an excuse. Let's see, how the hell we do this hand? Gross thumb looking. You know what? That is not bad. It sucks, man. But you said you're like... Did you say you're in... No, in Colorado you can't be. You said you're like 4 hours from Red, so like, I don't know if that's right. I'm having such a hard time processing the hand. Let's see, hold on. That's his bracer. No. I don't know what the sound effect really just made. I'm sorry, I'm just like, I have no idea. I appreciate being able to do commissions and stuff. I've also had the itch to like do random personal drawings that I really would like to get on doing those too. I feel like my brain is only able to do so much each day as far as like I always float between one task and then move to another. Like when I'm getting tired, I always am just constantly switching jobs. I don't actually know how to rest. It's terrible. So like I think I overexhaust myself by doing that, but it's the only way I know how to be productive, so it's kind of bad. I saw something about that recently that was talking about like, oh, I think that's something certain kinds of people do, and I was like, oh no. Well, that's me. Alright, let's see if we can try to draw on a shirt. What was this? Hand, right? Okay. Feel like his lower half needs to be bigger. Ew, it's a goblin, no. Never mind. Shouldn't have even hinted at that. Blech. Not for me. Take a pass. Wait a minute. Okay. Alright. Oh, he also has a tail. Guess I should probably put that in. Oh man, I'm gonna try so hard, like when we do take our kids, to hopefully not be, I'm gonna make sure I have lots of snacks. I know I said this on stream before, but like I had a hangry moment where I pretty much ruined the day of our vacation because people couldn't be decisive about food and I was hella hungry. They're like, let's get lunch. And I'm like, yes, please. 2 hours later, these people are still talking and chatting and looking at things, and I did not do a very good job of maintaining my frustration. I was like, can we please get some fucking food? We talked about it like 2 hours ago and I'm so hungry. Like, for the love of God, stop talking. Oh my gosh. I'm surprised these people are even still friends with me, honestly. But come on, you can't talk about food and then it's be like 2 hours later, man. Like, man, it was like 3 o'clock and I'm like, we should have been eating at like 11:30. Like, what is happening? This is a nightmare. I'm glad I'm not alone in that. I don't ever remember to, it's because I feel like they're gonna be really weird about checking things and like telling you what you can't bring, and so I'm like, I try to go in with nothing as much as possible, which nowadays, you know, we have cell phones that are gigantic, and of course you have to bring, you know, credit cards and stuff, but alright, if I was a ripped shirt, what would I look like? We're gonna just leave like a pec exposed. Tattered. It's supposed to be like remnants of a shirt, I think, so we'll just kind of... I do have a problem with making things like way too stiff in my pictures, like the poses and the things that should be like flowing more. Not the best at that, so I'm trying. Let's see, we'll make it look like it was maybe stitched up top, stitched back together. I'm gonna say his shirt is a little too small for him since there's pieces of it that were probably ripped off. Oh yeah, and he's supposed to have scars where you can see like lashes. Well, I wouldn't really see this peck here as much if it's through the shirt, so we can kind of lighten this guy up. And this stuff here. It's so crazy to think that Thanksgiving's next week. Like it's already here pretty much. Like that's crazy. End of the year is almost here. This should be like a rope belt. Ready for some Thanksgiving food though, I'll tell you that. I still gotta like call my mom and see if they're like gonna come over on one day. Forgotten. I would think they would appreciate not having to cook. He looks like such a little asshole. I don't know if I want to draw a nipple on a goblin. We'll start with some scarring. See what happens. Yeah, I was kind of like, oh, they're creepy. Well, because when I think of a goblin, like when I look up the D&D goblins, like I don't like the brown picture that comes up. It doesn't look like a goblin to me. I think of goblins like World of Warcraft. Like, so the very gross, mischievous, trickery type smile is what I think of, and so that's what I was kind of trying to go for. Pathfinder goblins. Coblines. Can't spell. Yeah, see, that's what I was going for. I think the picture I pulled up was, it was one like this one here. But yeah, the beady little eyes and the very sharp teeth, and like that's exactly what I think of when I think of a goblin. I feel like I want his ears to be bigger. They're just not big enough. Actually, that makes it look more balanced with the other one that's drawn, I guess, so I guess we'll just stick with that. More lashes, more whip marks. Boblin. Bob Goblin? On Wally Kazam? My kids used to love that show. I guess a whiplash would not be crooked. This poor guy. I'm getting whipped in the leg fucking hurts, man. Have you ever seen those videos where like the group of friends take turns hitting each other, and they have like the one that's getting hit has like a harmonica in their mouth, and they're trying to not make any noise? But there's times when they when they do, and it's like the funniest noises. If you've never seen one of those, like, you should really look it up. It's good. It's a good laugh. We're gonna give him a whip mark on the side of his head. Yeah, they cracked me up. This is the one guy was like, it was like really high pitched, fast harmonica, and then at the end it was just like, and they were just like dying, and I was like, man. There's that. I wish I had friends to utilize. If my sister was here, we'd be doing stupid shit all the time. The goblin's ear? Why? Barney, he was doing the one chip challenge last night, him and another friend. So they luckily he's alive somehow. I really didn't think he was gonna survive. Oh, this man needs nails on his hand. Well, hello, Mr. I'm not sick anymore. Hey, girl. That's how I read that. I read it like gadget. I didn't read it as. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I thought about it and I was like, you know, I could probably do it, but then after watching you guys last night, I thought about that again and thought no, probably never, because I don't like going to the hospital, and with my luck, I am sure something would happen where I'd end up in the hospital, so I'm gonna just probably not. Thank you. Do I look alright? I don't even have my thing open to like be able to tell. Oh, I do. That's why I do. Have my hair straightened. Look at how long my hair is though now. Like I scared myself. Was trying. My hair was wet. No, I had gotten out of the shower and I went like this and it like touched my ass and I was like, "What the hell was that?" And I was like, "That's right. That was my hair." Well, whoops. Forgetting it's long enough. I wonder if it was worse for you because you don't have a gallbladder, or if was it all acting, or are you just feigning that false bravado? You looked like you were trying to cope really hard. I didn't say I said the top. Top, sir. Man, that's creepy. It's just a swoop. The hentai. Oh my gosh. Oh no! All my pages. Look at all the tabs I got open. Isn't that insane? You did have. Well, at least you're still alive. I will say that. Well, he was. Never mind. No, there's nothing going on in that realm. I was just saying it as a joke. The goblin eyeballs. Let's look here a second. They're like. I think he means like this, because he says the eyes are. This goblin's kind of cool. His teeth are gross too. But he said his eyes are yellow, so I'm assuming that's what we're going for. So, Iris, now look at the rest of the chat. Okay, he was talking about my hair touching the top, and he took it as something else. Alright, let me see if I missed anything up here. Yellow eyes, green skin, whip scars, under torn clothes, baguette, ukulele, tail. Okay, so we just need to draw this ukulele. Wrong one. Ukulele here. It looks like a little guitar. My kid has one. We'll just pull up Violator here. Laying down was the best choice. Did you ever get sick? Or did you kept it down all night? What am I looking for? Look, see? Look at my history. There's nothing dirty in there. Clean. There's never anything bad in there. Y'all will be probably too afraid to pull yours up on. Damn. I am impressed. Or did you secretly barf and you're just trying to tell everybody that you didn't? Just to show up knobs. Just go with this one since it's upright. I'm impressed, honestly. I don't know. I was a little scared after that. I was like, oh no, what if something really happens? Okay. So it looks like the body is about as long as the other half of it, so I think I'm gonna rough sketch this out better and then I'll go over it again. Top half bigger than the bottom half. Man, I cannot talk. My doctor's like, it's because of stress. And I'm like, well, that helps. That makes it easier. So I just have to not stress. Very helpful. Yeah. Well, no, I meant like off stream. Did you just... How would everyone have known if you didn't tell them? Yeah, that was my thinking, is I'm like, oh, okay, so it's just me making myself stressed out, but I'll get right on that. Self-imposed, you know? As usual, it's never somebody else damaging me, it's myself. In whatever capacity. Right, and then the hole is in between these two. I disregard the gremlin laugh, it just... Whether I'm talking to somebody or not, I feel like I'm always laughing at my inappropriate jokes. It's alright though. Just let it happen. Oh, okay. I didn't know you were on disc with them too. That makes sense then. They shouldn't have some issue with it like in the middle of the night. This looks off. Hold on. I think I didn't make the intersection of it small enough. We may need to try again. The microphone keeps slowly creeping down my face. I keep it up so my nose doesn't, or my mouth, every time I laugh out, I have a tendency to put like way too much air into my microphone and it drives me nuts when I watch my videos back, so I'm like, I'm sure I'm annoying other people. I think it's getting weak. Then it kind of looks like a... I don't know. Let's see, something like this. And the neck of this, you know what? I don't know why I'm torturing myself. I should just use the friggin' tool. I like to do everything the hard way. I'm like, it's alright. I'm just gonna get better if I practice. Stressing myself out for like 30 minutes trying to get some damn ukulele strings. Oh man. Alright. Kind of looks like the end of like a... I don't know why my brain is having a hard time processing this shape. Hold on. Oh shit. This shape. What does it look like to me? It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sort of sides. I think I try to relate things to shapes so that I can like draw them better. Okay, this kind of matches this. Okay, and then we got this guy. Might have time to kind of color. Start coloring some of these, maybe some base colors or something. It's confused. Like I was watching somebody that was clearly streaming, but it was on a different platform. But they were playing music that was definitely, it would have had to have been copyrighted music, so I'm confused. I mean, unless they're fine with taking whatever repercussions come from that, I guess. I don't know. I just wish I could listen to music that's more familiar. I feel like a lot of these just sound very much the same. Jeez. No, I do not want to delete the entire layer. I feel like I have not saved though since the beginning of working on this, so that was a good reminder. I know I was taught that back in high school, and like I still remember, but I forget from time to time to do it. Oh, goodness. Alright, we're just gonna work off of this same line art actually. I'll just clean it up. Try to pull this whole side in, I think. Oh, crap. Let's try. Going back over the lines. Okay, that's not bad. Oh yeah, I forgot we get to go out for food tonight. Woo woo. It's one of my kids' turn to pick. Like Wednesdays is always somebody's turn to pick for food. Usually the last Wednesday in the month is usually when I will try to run D&D game. But it's supposed to be like family night, like someone picks food and then we usually play games or something. We haven't been playing games and stuff recently though, because they've all been wanting to do things, and that's fine. I don't really care. It is nice to know I don't have to cook dinner tonight though. Like, and that we get to enjoy food. Like, well, getting food from somewhere. Sometimes it's like we have 4 of us here in the family, and so like the first week is my first kid's choice, and then my husband picks, and then my other daughter, she picks today. And so like sometimes she'll be like, I really want Taco Bell for dinner, and I'm like, oh, why don't I pick Taco Bell? Why can't we pick somewhere else? Like, the whole point of it is so that somebody at least gets something they would really enjoy, like want to eat, because they never get it any other time. There's sometimes when I'm definitely just not in the mood for Taco Bell. Like I'd rather go to I want to go to a sit-down restaurant and have tacos. Alright. Oh yeah, got it cleaned up here. Chesky, question, are you, I haven't checked your channel, but like, are you affiliate? Or even Greed, I guess. You are probably do you have affiliate on your thing, or no? I'm just wondering if, like, when you hit affiliate status because you meet all of their requirements, is that something that you have to constantly maintain? Like, that it'll take it away from you if, like, 1 month you don't meet certain, quotas or whatever? Just curious, because I was thinking about it the other day. Because I'm like 0.3 away from average viewers. This is like the only thing. Like, I'm really good on all the other stuff, and it's just like, man. We're gonna flip this because I'm struggling with this edge here. More viewers. Well, I'm just wondering, like, do they take it away from you if you don't make it? Like, on a certain month? I'm just curious. It's like they give it to you, you get the affiliate status or whatever once you actually hit the thing, but then is it like constantly maintaining it kind of situation? Because I really don't want to have to work like that to constantly worry about it. I'm slowly getting more viewers. I'm not one of those people that can market. Like, I don't like to do that, and I just don't feel like it's how I want to approach things. I have a hard time selling myself anyway. I'm putting myself out there more than I'm usually comfortable with. Because I'm not going to be like, I can't hard sell you on me. Like, if you don't like my art, that's fine. I'm not going to beg people to like, follow, and subscribe. Because it annoys me when people do that, I guess, so. I will automatically subscribe if I like someone's content or their vibe. I'll automatically do it. Just doing it so everybody's doing it is kind of, it seems just weird. Yeah, I feel you on that. Someone was trying to tell me that I needed to do that more, and I'm like, listen, I don't like people that do that. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, hyping up other people and being able to promote them doesn't feel awkward. It doesn't, but it's like, I don't know. It's just weird when it's you. Alright, I think this is good. What's his name again? Dieter? Alright, I'm gonna get rid of all of these, sketch layers. Because we don't need them. So we have Dieter. What? Shit. Kolvar. Delete this one. And Pasco. So we'll get rid of this one. As I just deleted all the layers that probably have, son of a bitch. All the layers that are gonna tell me like the colors of their hair and stuff. I have it all in messaging. Okay, we'll just delete it later. Damn. Okay. I'm eating a peanut butter cup. Whoa! Hold on a second. I need some sugar. These other ones were disgusting. I don't know why they tasted so bad. I don't know if it was because it was in other Halloween candy that, like, I don't know, some of the other candy flavor leaked into the, but it just tastes gross. Tastes like it was sitting with bubble gum or something. Hold on. Alright, I'm here, I promise. I didn't want to be chewing on the microphone. Wait, so this character is in all black too. Okay, I didn't realize that. Well. Black hood, black clothes, black cape, armor gloves, everything is black. Okay. Oh yeah, this can be merged with this though. Actually, let's see if we can. Okay, turn Dieter off. Hasco, so it's all gonna be black. Let's go with like mid black. I wonder if I did my lines good enough. I don't know. I usually don't. I feel like I don't. Yeah, I don't usually get them. I think it's the bear. Well, let me try. Let me see what happens. Okay. Well, and the bear is supposed to be brown, so that does not help. I'm just gonna do all of this and then I'll just adjust the layer so that it's darker. I mean, at least that makes it easy. I think the only part of him that's not black is the green dragon scales that are on his chest, if I remember correctly. Okay. So we'll edit, tonal correct the layers, hue and saturation. We'll go with like that so that I can still black hair. I'm assuming he's Caucasian. Let's see. I'm gonna do that and erase this before I forget. I don't know why I work so far out sometimes. I think I'm just gonna color all of this and then just go back with the black and touch up the edges. Alright, I'm switching music. Let's... Oh, am I gonna regret this? Let's try rap again. Last time. Feels like the most explicit stuff was coming up. Who, this man? This is Hasco, I guess. Well, thank you. He's not my character, but I'm sure that the other person will appreciate that. I don't think I'm hopefully like I don't think they are expecting these to be as well rendered as I'm doing them, so hopefully they like them. Oh, my PNG tuber. Oh, is she even moving? She doesn't look like she is. She doesn't look like she's reacting at all today. Wonder why? That's bizarre. Woman, why are you not moving? What is wrong with you? Yeah, she's supposed to react when I... Let me look here a second. She seems like she's not really reacting at all today. Maybe I hit a button. She's supposed to react when I open my mouth. Interesting. But thank you. Yeah, I drew her. I don't know why she's not react. I think maybe when I like hit my hand on this, maybe I hit a setting that made it so that she's not doing that. It's not even reading my microphone input either though, so I'm surprised it's still up. Very interesting. I didn't even realize it. I kinda actually want to try to shut her off. And then see if I can pull her back up a second. Oh yeah, all my pictures of just getting red on my desktop. Oh, that's funny. No, not this one. Alright, is she... Nope. She's still not. Oh, what did I do? Oh well. I'll work on it later. Oh, there she is. Wake up, lady, wake up. Okay, now I see her bouncing out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, it's a lot less intensive on my computer than the, like the actual VTuber thing I had set up with another program. Which is kind of nice, especially when I'm playing video games, because it gets laggy enough. I hate all the programs I have to have open just to run a stream. Like, just like all the windows and stuff. Yeah? You should. And the program is free. It's just a VadoTube. Well, if you want to do a PNG tuber, that's pretty easy. VTuber, there's lots of programs. The one that's very popular is like 2D Cubism, but it's like it's a whole lot of rigging and stuff that goes into the model, and like a lot of people end up paying someone else to do the rigging. I messed with doing the rigging on 3teen or VTuber Studio or whatever when I did the first one I did, but no, it's here. I'll show you. So right here, if you can you see the box? I don't know. It's VEA. Let me type it. VEADOTUBE. VadoTube Mini. Yeah. And it should look like the little icon looks like, I don't know, a deer hiding in a trash can or something. I don't know what it is. It's like, yeah. Someone else was using it one time, and I was like, what is that? That looks cool. And she explained it, and I was like, I didn't even know that existed. So, but there's plenty of YouTube videos and stuff you can find on how to set it up. It's pretty easy. And you can take like the simplest picture and then just do a variation of it with like its eyes closed and its mouth open or something, and you just flip-flop back and forth between the pictures, and it's like a sort of like a soft animation. Yeah, you should. It'll be fun. And you can do lots of different you know, outfits for your character or switch to a different character. It's all just different files. So, kind of wanted to do a Christmas kind of one for her for December. Yeah. This needs to be. I'll have fun with it though. And it's just whatever, use a PNG file. Remember when you save it? Like a PNG file is the one that you can save where you don't have a background behind it. So I think that's the only thing. This man looks like Henry Cavill, I just realized. That may have been subconsciously unintentional. I mean, yeah, black hair and blue eyes, that's, I mean, pretty much. I am bummed he won't be doing The Witcher for season 4 or whatever, but I'm glad he got picked up for Superman again. Wait, ocean blue. Is that deep blue then? We'll go with like this. I feel like sky blue is lighter. Isn't it weird? That's what I thought. I was like, huh? It's kind of cute though. I think it bats its eyes or something if I remember correctly. So it's kind of cute. Yeah. It's rapping to the music. Oh my gosh. Oh, if you could get it sensitive enough to operate fast enough to where it could rap, oh my gosh, that would be great. Where you could just like hook up it picking up like a music track. That would be funny. Go with Eminem's Rap God or something. Trying to be really careful about not washing out his skin color. I feel like I always hit that Squidward moment where I'm like, oh no, he's hot. Somewhat inevitable. I mean, not with the goblin. Oh yeah, I should put up a thing, like a text thing
keep forgetting. For any obviously, if you guys are here all the time, you're not obligated beyond, especially since you're here all the time, which I appreciate. But for anybody who doesn't know, I do have some links below for the charity that I support, for the Children's Hospital nearby. There should be a link for that if you want to go ahead and donate. Especially during the holiday season, they really try to pull in gifts for the kids and things that the kids need and stuff, so to kind of make their Christmas a little better. They collect donations all the time for those kids, you know, being stuck in the hospital all the time, cancer and stuff like that. Well, there should be some descriptions or links for my stuff down below. For commissions or just if you want to donate or anything, that's also there. So if you're looking for any of that information, that is where you'll find it. I gotta remember to put up text just so I don't have to do a spiel. That's not bad. I mean, you do use her. Some of this shit people, it's just funny. I do want to try to drop more of the NPCs for my my home game too, though. I only drew up a couple so far, and it's kind of fun because I'm trying to implement some of the people that either I've known or that we know into our campaign in fun ways. And so I have. What the? Hold on. Give me 1 second. One second. My friend's cat. She went to put away a bunch of stuff, and she was gonna put all the decorations away, and all of a sudden the cat was in the box. I'm glad she found it before before she closed that Tupperware and stuffed her cat in the attic. Man, that'd have been, oh my gosh. Thank goodness. Let's see. We're gonna erase a little here. You I think I need to just finally shut off all of the music for my VODs and just listen to stuff I want to listen to. Because I can listen to anything I want as long as it doesn't get published to VODs, right? Oh man. Oh. Alright. Let me double check these. I'm pretty sure the scales are green. The bow is on his. So I'm gonna make the bow brown, like the same color that the bear will be. Bears, beats, Battlestar Galactica. What if I made a D&D character that looked like Dwight? Well, not looked like him. That was obviously Dwight. Oh my gosh, that would be funny. Like a female Dwight, though. I might consider doing that. I don't know. Or she's like super nerdy but takes everything like really seriously. We're in the middle of combat. You have to focus. Like, oh man. I get like that sometimes. Like I don't know. But I try not to be that level of weird. Which was funny. We were driving back from the other side of the state last week, and there was a truck that was hauling beet juice apparently, and I was like, "Is Mose driving the truck?" Oh my gosh. Yeah, the beet wielder. Oh my god. I'm gonna give you a beat down. Oh my gosh. Alright, hold on. Damn you, Barn. How dare you encourage it? I will do it. Not that we need any more campaigns running right now, but I'm gonna hold on to her for as a future idea, and I'm gonna really work it up. It'll be fun. Okay, I can't. Let's try rock again. Kinda wish they had some other genres on here. Like, this just doesn't sound like rock music to me. Like, I grew up with, 80s, like 70s, 80s, classic rock. But I listen to alternative rock on the radio all the time. Throw us some Stone Temple Pilots or whatever. For this, well, it doesn't really have very many categories to choose from. It says featured selection, all stations. Like, this is all they have. Indie, reggaeton, trap metal, or I read trap metal, Latin trap? You know what? Sure. Drip. Explicit. Is that a sheep? Sure. I'm fine with the sound of it, but the trap metal. Oh shit! Sorry. I like the sound, like the beat of a lot of rap music. It's just the lyrics I have a problem with. If it makes sense, if the raps are good, they're creative, great. If they're just stupid and it's like, yeah, 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 and then they're just making up fake words to rhyme with sort of real words, I just get it. It just annoys me. I think it pisses me off that those people make as much money as they do with the lack of creativity. So if I'm shitting on you as an artist, I apologize, man. Whoever's watching this. Trap metal, man. I bet you there's something out there. My DM and I, in another campaign that will hopefully be happening sometime, our characters. Let me bring them up here. Our characters for that campaign. My character is a Dampier. and he is a bard. And our heavy metal, wait, what is it? It's like folk metal, heavy folk metal music. Our group's called Steak and Taters, which is perfect. The name, I love it. Steak and Taters. Well, because I was trying to come up with names, and I was trying to think of something that wasn't too dark. And we were going back and forth with different languages, and I was like, "What about blood cutlet?" I was like, "That sounds disgusting," and it totally sounds like. And he was like, "Well, how about steak and potatoes?" And I was like, "Can I be called taters instead of potato?" And so that's where we got it. It was kind of fun throwing that back and forth. Steak and taters. It was fun. So whenever that game kicks off, we're ready with those characters. I don't have any character sheet stuff started for those other two newer ones. I'll need to do that. Clip the layer here. Green scales. I'm assuming it's like an emerald green. Is this dragon scales? Go with this one here. Actually, can I select them? At least with the Latin trap, the words aren't as noticeably explicit. I mean, I know some of them. Like, I know some, Latin or Spanish words. What is that? Is that a line? Hang on. There we go. Oh, I must have just not caught it and then just left it in. Alright. We need more saturation, but darker, like that. I think I'm gonna render all of it on this layer before I merge it. Let's see. Multiply. Wait, what? There we go. Or like, what if I wanted to just listen to like iHeartRadio even, like, if I wanted to, like, I feel like I should be able to do that considering it's like a radio station, for God's sakes. Okay. We'll do glow. I should just run this all the way down. Yeah. Throw in a little yellowish color. Baby. I'm assuming these are supposed to be actual dragon scales too, not just like metal. I wonder if they would have this on Victorosa. Chapeadora. Hey, they do have it, so any of this music is on. Good to know. Oh, goodness. Okay, I'm gonna leave these here for now. Actually, I'm gonna blur this. I'll do all the shading on this one individually because I'll do glow first. Oh, I thought that was like a wall of text. I forgot I moved that over there. I'm so concerned. Alright. Does that sound like a cat's bell? A tambourine, honestly, but it just sounds like a cat's bell is jingling. Oh yeah, that's his... Those are his fingers. I should probably do that too. Oh wait, no, that's a shirt. Thank you. Trying. It's kind of weird working with like all black armor because I feel like it's hard to... I should have picked a different color besides gray, I think. Looks a little lifeless with just the gray. So... sometimes, yeah. Let's do, let's try normal. Let's do we'll get like a yellow light. Nope. That did not work. Put this on normal. Is that not the right layer? It is. Alright, we'll just do it on my own. I just don't want it to look too dead. Plus, if I use a color, like a light source color, then it's easier to bring some more life into the objects around it as well. So, yeah, doing black armor, I feel like I always struggle with. So it's just a matter of thinking through it differently. But luckily, I kind of thought about it before I really did all of the shading. A little bit easier to fix. Oh. Hey Trav, thank you for the follow. Oh, do I not have my Facebook up again? It's up, it's just on a different page. It's over here. I promise. Hey, thank you. Look, I actually typed in Facebook. Which I know that man streams. I've watched some of his stuff, so. Oh, she's not working. Oh, there she is. Oh, it's because my mic is moved. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much, though, Trav. I mean, that means a lot to me. Especially since you've known me for probably longer than anybody else here has. I like this yellow on the black. I think it looks a lot nicer. Que bailar. Oh my gosh. We have 8 viewers? We have 8 viewers. I think that's like one of the highest numbers I've had in so long. Well, thank you to all of you that are sticking around, and those of you that are just now popping in. Working on coloring these D&D commissions. I think this is like day 3 or 4? Why does it say 8 for me? Well, I think one's Facebook and one's me. Aww, sadness. No, that's fine though. I think that's how it counts, right? Ugh. Possibly. I don't know if it counts views like that. It is multi-streaming, so I would think, maybe? Who knows? All of Facebook now, well, like my Facebook page is. Like the, yeah, I'm sure they are watching, by the way. I'm sure Mr. Zuckerberg's focused on me specifically. I hope not. I did see a really funny meme that had him in it yesterday, though. I don't think I saved it, because it was pretty nasty. But Facebook's always watching. Listening. Yeah, heaven forbid, I spent yesterday, I mean, unless he's gonna share some money with me, then just maybe. No, I'm just kidding. Could you imagine? Oh my gosh. I have to have some standards. Come on. I feel like this is not blending very well. What's happening? Okay. Kind of having the light coming from the top over his shoulder here too, so that's why we're doing the shading the way that we are. It kind of made him look gold, like all over. Hopefully that'll get changed a little bit when I add in the shading. Oh yeah, and I gotta do the skin on his fingers before I end up forgetting. There should be nothing here. Nor here. Or here, really. For some things, like if someone who was paying me a lot more money, I would definitely spend a lot of time rendering out the skin and stuff. Come on. My pen, I feel like it's given out. I have had this stuff for a really long time, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's on its way out soon. Goodness, I hope not, though. It's not cheap. I don't know if I can just get a replacement pen. Okay. Did you play with that program right now? Did you kind of figure it out? Or not yet? I think I'm going to make his fixtures silver. Oh, okay. That's what I did. I watched like a YouTube video or something. It's really helpful. Wishes. Either one. I mean, or you could play around with both. Like I did the brunette version and the purple version. So this is literally the shirt I used to design it with, and then I have brown hair obviously, so that's where I got this one. And then I just did a purple version. Like I sat down for like I think 2 separate nights and I worked up these, and then just recently I went and made up these ones that I can throw up for when I'm playing video games. So as long as you draw one, you can like just make some changes. Or if you want some shit drawn up, I could also help you with that too. Not even saying I would charge you, so just on the DL. But it is kind of fun to use your own artwork in something like this too, though. So I totally get that. To be able to say like, oh, like I did this, you know, is kind of cool. Wait, am I still on glow? No. Hey! Hi, welcome in. Yeah. I think I've been using it for like the last month and a half. So it's kinda cool, and it's not as hard on my computer when I'm trying to run video games and stuff. So it's a nice program. It's actually pretty cool. Well, just know that the help's offered, so don't be afraid to take me up on it if you ever feel like you want to. Or even if you just wanted something as an alternative for something, you know, whatever, that's fine too. Just know I'm okay with it. But yeah, welcome in. I am just working on some D&D commission stuff and trying to get some coloring done on this guy for today. We had 3 of them in this set that we worked with, and I have all the lines finished, so I just got to do all the coloring. So I think, let's see, I did the silver on the buckle, I did the silver on the scabbard. All of his clothes are supposed to be black, so I guess we'll just do the nose on the bear. Oh, no problem. We're all kind of learning, you know, little bits here and there. I'm one of those people where like I like to just research things on my own and do it at my own pace. Because I'm cheap. Like I can't spend hundreds of dollars on something. Plus I like the added benefit of being able to say I did something myself. But I know there are times when we like want just something temporary now that can work. So that's kind of why I was just saying that. What is this? This is all the glow. Oh, I took the yellow off. Shoot. I think it was like up here. Yeah, I really do think I will end up working up a Christmas one just because I would like to keep streaming in December. And so, you know, I think it would be kind of fun to just have one. Plus, I want to do something fun for my birthday. Granted, I probably won't be home much, because my birthday's on Christmas Day. Christmas Day is on a Sunday, but I usually end up going to like my in-laws and then my parents' house. So we're usually gone for most of the day, but that night I would like to sit down and do, it'd be fun to just do a stream. I don't know, even if I don't do something huge, maybe I'll just play a video game or something, but it would be just kind of fun for myself, I guess. I've never, I don't, that's, I think that's all I ever do for my birthday is just really go out and do the family thing for everybody. Like, I don't know. Part of me kind of just wants to do it for myself, so I may. Yeah, let's see. Try to glow? Okay, it's a little much. Let's. I don't want it. Let's see. Fit light. What if we switch these? So a lot of this is just messing around with layers because like I don't always know what I'm doing. So definitely is making it read as gold, interestingly enough. Ah well, I'll just delete this one then. It's not making that big of a difference. Maybe we'll just increase the saturation. Alright, then we'll do the multiply for the black. Let's see how big of a difference it makes. So most of the inside of the cape here is going to be this black. The black, like the dark shading. That should hopefully offset the glow I just put on, because he literally looks like he's gold. I think this will work good. Work well. Like, why? Like right now it just says my live on Facebook has ended. Like, why? What's the deal with that, huh, Facebook? Zuckerberg didn't like the comments I made about him. Damn. Be hating. I'm still here, I promise. Again, technology at its finest. It's always something. Oh, this has to be dark too. Man, with that Dwight idea, I feel like somebody's probably definitely already done it, and I'm not gonna try to Google anything. I feel like every time I end up Googling something, I end up finding something identical to like my idea, like a unique idea. I'm not talking about something standard like, you know, a beat reference. So I'm gonna try really hard to Wouldn't that be funny if we all did characters from The Office? Or like a character, it had to be a character from a TV show like Parks and Rec or something. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's frustrating though. So, like, granted, it's not the same idea, thank goodness. But like, I had an idea for Overwatch. Man, I can't. Okay, so for Overwatch, I have this one here. When was this file created? 2016. That is literally the year that Overwatch initially came out. And the character that I came up with, I did it, and then I found something on here that I threw in here that was identical to the idea that I had come up with. I'm almost positive I saved that because I was like, there's no way somebody came up with this. So this was like my reference thing for my character. So I went off like Darth Maul and then took all this stuff for her aesthetic kind of thing. But then I found I don't even know where is it in here? Yeah, this one. I wrote, why does this look like mine? This was something somebody else did. Let's look up here. Properties. November, wait, no. 2018 access today. So this was 2 years later. 2 years later, I found this. It looks hella cool, right? But like, even look at the hood, you know? Like, but mine was 2 years before that with this hood here and like the tabby boots and the mechanical implements and all that. And sure there's enough, you know, of the cybernetic implements in Overwatch 2. I'm sure someone could have easily come up with the same kind of idea. But now they have Kiriko. But it's to me, I'm like, I put so much time and effort and energy into creating something unique and different, and I don't, outside of putting it out on DeviantArt, I don't think, I mean, unless somebody would have found it that way, but I don't think they did. But their whole aspect, it was focused on like poison. So like the elements that they were fighting with were different, but it was just weird to me. And sometimes it's frustrating because I feel like, why? Oh man, like it almost feels like someone's kind of stole your idea even if they didn't. So but I try really hard to make things unique. I don't like copying other people's work because it doesn't feel good when it happens to me. And the same thing with another one was when I came up with this one called Spectra. And so okay, so me as a person, some of like my two favorite things are art and science. So I was trying to come up with this character that kind of used like neon colors, paint. Like I was thinking of like paint. Oh, here's the board. So I was thinking of like paint and stuff. But then I did like a huge deep dive into like microbiology type stuff and like was learning about ferrofluids. And like what if you took paints and added the magnetic properties of ferrofluids in it to where you could manipulate it and control it, sort of like a viscid fluid like venom. But you could use it, you know, in different ways. And I kind of like designed the suit and all of this other implements in anyway, so I designed these all around the same time. But then Moira, you know, she's not a jellyfish lady. But then Moira came out, and Moira had the damage and the balls that heal and damage. But then they opened up the map at the same time that came out. It was shit, what map is it? I feel like it starts with an O. Is it Oasis? They came out with Oasis, and in Oasis, after they released Moira, it was like one of her labs, and in the lab, there's this huge ferrofluid ball that's just like pulsating, and I'm like, my brain just feels like it's been hijacked sometimes, and even though it's not 100%, like, cause I'm like out in left field just trying to find my own personal things, and then it's like it appears, and I'm just like, it's just scary to me. I don't know. sometimes. And I like totally vented this to a friend at the time, and he was just like, "That is really bizarre because I saw those designs you did like a long time ago," and I'm like, "I know, like I almost feel like I should be getting paid for my ideas. I should just be automatically throwing them out to like Blizzard and stuff, and like maybe I would actually get paid or something for concept. I have no idea." But yeah, so but I do that with all of my characters, whether it's D&D or whatever. I'm like, I just want to design them around my personality and who I am for the most part. Which is why I really struggle with being able to create a character that's like chaotic, like an evil chaotic. I struggle with that because I don't really feel like I have that implement to me. Like Jada is my chaotic neutral. And even at that, you know, she's clearly got a protective demeanor. Like she doesn't she's not just gonna murder everybody. You know, she was protective of the kid and of people in general, and so like she wouldn't just go like murder hobo on people. I think I have like one. So the monk that I created, I think I could run it if I run it as a character that is sort of on some level like mentally and emotionally numb. I think I can do that because I went through that phase. Sometimes I slip back into that phase, but I've been trying with years of therapy to not be that person. But just that person that is cold and has to do what they have to do at that time, even if it's the bad stuff. So I feel like I could run that kind of an angle on a character, but I just couldn't straight up be murdering people with no good motivation. Like your motivation to murder somebody would have to be backed up by defending a just cause, I think, for me. So, lawful evil character? Lawful evil. What would be lawfully evil? Is that like Hitler? Like, can I even say that on stream? Yeah, just murdering people all the time is. Nobody likes that. Alright, this is looking good. I just need to actually do the boots a little and the hood. I've never been that person though. Like, I don't want to. Like, murdering enemies is one thing, but like trying to murder every NPC or even your friendlies is not a. Okay, I did kill one of our players one time because I just reacted. We had an instance come up where me and someone else was standing in front of some sort of weird portal-like wall. Ugh, Ultron. It sounds like Thanos too. Is that or no? Because I feel like that's very much. I don't know. Evil businessman, a warlord. Ugh, yeah, Thanos is the worst, man. Ultron is. I know he's the guy that was in the Blacklist. And the guy. He was in Stargate. Oh, my eyes. Yeah, I don't think I could justify that. Like, playing like that. It'd be really hard. But so this character that we were playing, there was like this wall thing, this partition outside in the world. It was like a big force field thing, and it was weird. The DM described it as looking scary and alien-like, but you could tell it had magical properties to it. And he was like, you were hesitant, but he was like waiting for a response. And my friend was like, I shove her into the field, like. And at that moment I felt like really stressed. When I'm playing well and I'm letting myself be in it, like I feel like I'm there sometimes. But like so I'm like stressing, like my brain's going, what is this? Like, is it gonna kill us if we touch it, or like what if we go through but we can't get back? Like my brain's going through all the things in panic, and she shoves me, and my first instinct was like I literally pulled out my bow and I just as a reaction to being shoved, just responded with trying to shoot her, because it was sort of like she was in that kind of mindset, like panicked response. But this bow, the bow that I used was one that was specific towards killing anything that had like draconic blood, and she was playing a dragonborn, and yeah, she basically, I don't know, remember what happened, but my DM was pissed because his only rule was you're not allowed to attack each other. You're not allowed to try to kill each other because we need to be able to run a functional campaign, blah blah blah. And I was just like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, he was like, well, but under these conditions, like, she wouldn't be alive. So basically, he sort of reworked the situation to where it was like sort of like a reset in the multiverse kind of situation where we just all of a sudden, you know, and we were pissed at each other. Like, I was like, why the hell would you do that? Like, why would you just shove somebody? And he was like, because it'll be funny, and she wouldn't test it first, so she would have just shoved you. And I was like, well, if you would have shoved me, like, I would have responded that way. I'm sorry. Like, I feel bad. I feel bad for our DM. Like, but I was like, seriously, like, don't just do that. Like, that'd be like somebody trying to shove me down the stairs. Like, someone tried to shove me, I'd be pissed. Yeah, it really was, and I felt bad for our DM because, like, I'm glad he was able to come up with a solution that would still be able to keep our game running and where things kind of reset. But I was just like, at the same time, like, what the, like, damn, it's just frustrating. So, like, yeah, my responses usually are just like in line with what I'm thinking in the moment. Like, it's supposed to be, like, how would you respond? Like, react, not take 20 years to talk it out and then try to come up with something. So, mm. Hey, whoa, en español. Just kidding. Man, I'm telling you. My shadow monk that I'm planning on running is gonna sort of, in some ways, kind of just be like the anti version of my first character that I never got to run with you guys. I feel like that's what I'm gonna try to run her as. What is going on? It's not this layer. Or that layer. Oh yeah, the lines are up here. My bad. I'm a very reactive person though, like I'm always on my guard. And that's from years of martial arts training. Um, so like I'm very quick to respond on things, and when like it just it wouldn't fly. I mean, especially to someone like her who is also a monk and would have had years of, yeah. I don't want to fall into it because our DM is very likes a lot of the interplanar things, um, different realities and stuff. So I'm always very hesitant to just be like, oh, I touch it, or like, no, I'm not. I would not do that. Oh yeah, I need to do the multiply on this one. It's fun though. Like, our games sometimes are kind of slow because there's only a couple of us playing in this game. But I like that we get to still just play, and that it's a pretty chill environment, so we aren't rushed, and I don't know, it feels like home sometimes. Just kind of, we all feel pretty safe with each other for the most part, and yeah, I don't know. I feel bad though because like we were running on Saturday, because we always run on Saturdays. Like, we're kind of stuck, and I'm like, I really honestly have no idea what we should be doing now. Like, I feel bad saying that, but like I really don't know. So we're trying to kind of figure out what we're even supposed to be doing now. Right, you need some glow on your eyes here, sir. Actually, your whole face needs some glow, doesn't it? I still am so nervous for this upcoming arc of Jake's campaign. Trying to not be too in character with Jada with her decision making. But like I said, you know, I'm not touching the Sab thing, relationship wise. I'm hoping she is afforded the opportunity to kill her, you know, family members that have harmed her. And my biggest thing is to hopefully not screw that up for her in any way. She feels like a pretty big screw up a lot of times. No. Oops. I feel like if I stick in character with elements, she's gonna waste time and people are gonna get pissed at me, so I'm gonna be careful. We should probably, like, if we run into this too, like, that's what I was thinking, but I feel like the DM's gonna have some sort of tricks up his sleeve to where it's not gonna be that easy to just subdue them. And obviously the Ram, she's a problem. We gotta figure out what to do with that pink smoke thing she's got going on. Can't be rolling Constitution saving throws the entire time we're in there. That's gonna be a problem. This man's a beefcake, man. I don't know. I don't make him look like that. Okay, so we're gonna merge this. I think I'm pretty much done with this. I do need to do the bear. I don't really want to do the bear right now. I gotta get going soon, so I'm gonna try to add in these glow parts on his eyes. And then I'm gonna do... Actually, his eyes are fine, I think. I mean, he don't look too bad, right? This is Mr. Haskell here. His bear's just looking a little flat right now. I really need to... I'll work him up later. If I don't... I might not do the bear on stream, I might just... Depending on how I feel tonight, I may either just try to work up some of the colors on these so that I can get on to the next project. Or I'll play video games, who knows, but... Alright, so we got Haskell, and then we did Dieter today. Little goblin boy. And then we have Kolvar, so we're good for now. And I'll keep at it. Oh shit, I don't need this open. So, alright. Well, I think I'm gonna head out for today. I gotta go pick up my kid in just a little bit, so I hope the rest of you have a wonderful day. As always, I appreciate you stopping in. I really do like the company and getting to talk to y'all, and it means a lot to me that you're just chilling here, so thank you. Yeah, I will. The roads don't look like they're too icy, so hopefully it'll be okay, but I will catch you later. You have a wonderful day.